who comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello. So Amber's going with me on a 12-step call tomorrow. She's like, we taking your car. Who's driving? I said, well, we're taking my Benz. Take the Mercedes. She said, are you scared of my driving? I said, yep, sure am. Scared of anybody else's driving. Sorry. Okay. I told her I'm lying. Anyway, good evening. Good to see you, Patricia. Yeah, I just felt like I had more to say today. And, there's a lot of things in my mental health that I've figured out and I kind of want to pass on. Because, we ask ourselves things, and I've fallen into this trap also. Let's go ahead and do introductions first. I'm just going to go ahead and start. Hey, Amber, were your ears burning? Well, I guess I should welcome to the Daily Trudge and please say hello. So, yeah. So, people used to ask me questions like, well, what would make Dion happy? And that's such a hard question for me because I don't know. A lot of times I don't know. What do you want for dinner? I literally don't know because nothing sounds appealing to me. I'm not a big eater. In fact, I should probably have a V8 shortly. I drink a V8 every day, so I get my vegetables. And I like tomato juice, and it's quick. It's over. I'm done. Yay. So I've had to learn how to slow down. But people would ask me, Dion, what makes you happy? And that's going to be hard for people to really answer, especially people with addictions. Or what would make you happy? More alcohol. We don't really know. Got it? And we're constantly trying to be happy. We're trying to be, and that's not going to work. It's not conducive. It doesn't work like that. Happiness isn't the goal. Your passions are the goal. Doing meaningful things in your life is the goal. Because when you do good things, you get dividends. Get used to this word. All your emotions are dividends. They are extra from something else. Okay? So the thought of you going to the amusement park the next day when you were a kid, what was that? That was excitement. Why? Because you were doing something new. You were doing something adventurous. And that outcome made you happy. It provided your brain with the dopamine it needs. So, whenever we are striving for happiness, we will wear ourselves out. Because then you use up all your dopamine in an hour by making yourself happy. Okay. Now, I usually say I'm in a good mood. But you never really say I'm happy. I might say I'm depressed. Okay. But really, what we're going for here is serenity, a balance of things. See, happiness is up here. Okay. And indifference or sadness is down here. And we belong here, in between the two. Nice little comforting waves, right? So the thing is when we try to seek happiness, yes, well, your feelings are a result of your actions. Okay, 3 frogs on a log. 2 of them decide to jump off. How many frogs are on the log? There's 3 because they only made a decision. It's the action that comes with that passion that creates the dividend. Hence, faith without works is dead. We are an action people, and when we are an action people, then we get things. Then we get things out of that. Okay, and may you go to a funeral. Because of that death, there is extra dividends over sadness, missing this person. Okay. Hi, Anne. I didn't know Anne was here. I didn't know. It's good to see you. Is it our Anne? Anyway. So, and even then, and you are right on the thoughts, because sometimes you might think of something that happened real good to you. And that makes you feel that, oh, I remember that. And it gives you a warm fuzzy, right? But it's passing, it's fleeting. And what we're talking about is long term here, right? Because isn't it nice to go day to day with serenity? Day to day, right? So when I remove things like resentment, anger, jealousy, fear from the equation, I get a different result, because then my thoughts, my intentions have changed. So that's why it feels different when you take somebody else through the steps. Hi, Ann. It's good to see you. I miss you. I know you're doing stuff, so you keep up your good recovery, but it is good to see you. Hey, Gary. Good to see you. Okay. So, and here's a great example. Amber and I are going to do a 12-step call tomorrow. Whatever happens in that, there's going to be leftover stuff, and those are the dividends. Okay. Now, we can't put an expectation on the dividends. That's where it becomes key, because happiness is just another emotion, right? And I don't know about you, but when my happiness turns into excitement, you know what my brain does? It goes, oh, it's party time. Party time in the USA. Party time in the Middle. Woo, woo. And I have to remind them, we don't drink here. And then they get all sad. Hey? So when we strive for happiness, it's always going to be out of reach. It's not going to be there. You can provide your own happiness by doing things like helping somebody else out. So don't chase happiness. Chase your passions. Chase esteemable things. Okay? Because it is your actions that matter. All this stuff up here is it's just stuff. Until I make a move, nothing has happened. Right? So if I don't make a move, what happens is then I become stagnant. And then I will look for things in my past to make me feel better today. And it won't work, because I can't sit on my laurels. Now where are we at? Now we're at a day at a time program, living in the moment, and how important living in the moment is. Is the moment perfect? Yes. Why? God. Or is this perfect? Yes, it is. The whole thing is. Because it's exactly the way it needs to be. And I have no say so over that. I don't even want the power. I don't want the control over it. I don't want that. Let God have that stuff and take the dividends. I win all around. God wins. You win. I mean, there should never be a win-lose situation anyway. Unless it's supposed to be competitive, but we're not getting into particulars. Right? We don't ask for anything in return yet. No, we don't. Uh-uh. But that's why it works though, is because we don't want anything. There is no expectation. See, when money gets involved, there's certain expectations, and that's when you best have your education behind you. So, um, but seeking happiness, the reason it doesn't work is because it's unnatural. Kind of like suffering. Okay, you don't need to suffer anymore. I don't know why people say I suffer. No, you don't. There it is. Yeah, I want the same thing God wants, and that makes the difference. It makes a huge difference. All right. Yeah, for people to be happy, joyous, and free, even if I don't like them. So that doesn't mean that they don't deserve serenity in their lives. It doesn't mean that they shouldn't have great relationships with their children. No. So just kind of wrap it up because I got to go charge my car battery. And I went through it too. I'm gonna tell you who's really been reading my mail. His name's Jordan Peterson. I've been posting a lot of his stuff. It's hard to listen to, but he's on point. This man reads my mail. He is saying everything that I want to say. So I am repeating him. We're still taking my car, Amber. Stop. You ain't driving. If the Benz ain't working, we'll take your car. I don't care. So, all right. I think Amber thinks that I'm scared. Some people must tell her she's not a very good driver because she's already thinking that I'm. Here's the thing. I'm just gonna tell you guys something. I am fearful if I'm not in control. Does that make sense? So, I do not have a fear of heights. Okay. But I won't even ride the sky ride. Okay. Because I have no control. I have no control. Well, Jesus is going to take the wheel anyway, right? All right. I'll wrap it up. And talk to everybody soon. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I love you. Peace out. And there was something really cool somebody did in the meeting, and it was called a Wi-Fi. And I thought that was pretty good. He did in the meeting. So Wi-Fi, see it, Wi-Fi's. I thought it was awesome. All right, love you. Peace out. Wi-Fi's.